This is the Andrew Tate of wholesaling. He's 18, he's cocky, but he's closing a lot of deals. Stay to the end to hear the truth about wholesaling and why he almost got us canceled at the end of the podcast.
Most 18-year-old kids are out there getting ready to go to college.
Drinking, smoking, ripping, and fuck your nicotine, fuck your college, fuck your college frat parties and your hazing circle jerk rituals. Fuck them.
Here we have a guest who brings a lot of energy, brings a lot of confidence, a lot of experience. We're going to interview today somebody who is relatively new, but at the same time does not act like it whatsoever. Yeah. We have a very confident, very interesting guest. We have Joey Smith.
Yeah, so my name's Joe, as Marcus was talking about. My company's called JS Property Resolutions. I essentially wholesale, do novations, maybe flip a little bit. So it's really what I do, and I mainly go after people that are, not go after, but I reach out to homeowners that are facing foreclosure, and that's kind of the niche that I've built for myself to, I guess, effectively just do deals. I got a lot under contract right now. I got a lot closed a little bit in the past, and it's just, it's really what I do.
So you say solutions. Can you elaborate a little more on what kind of solutions? Yeah,
so my company, JS Property Resolutions, and I come to the homeowner because when it comes to a pre-foreclosure, no one's really looking to sell their place. And that's like where a lot of people get their marketing wrong, where it's just, hey, you want an offer on your place? Can I buy your house cash, close? And they're in the same fucking shit over and over and over again. What makes me different, essentially? And I'll go to them and be like, look, I noticed the bank's giving you a hard time. Is there anything I could do to help? And it's something different, catches them off guard. They go, well, what can you do to help? And essentially, I just run them through a series of options they have. And if that's with me or if that's not with me, being they got a loan modification, they refinance, they file bankruptcy, they do whatever, right? If they want to do it and they realistically have a chance to do it, sure, I'm going to frame my option as like the best option of selling and all that stuff. But I'm not here to force anybody to work with me, essentially. So I'll come at them and just go over options with them and have that conversation. And I have a pretty elaborate sales process that it's worked pretty well for me. And I'm training my guys that I'm growing my team right now, and I'm training my guys in the same process. And they're actually doing pretty good for their first couple weeks. I think that within the next week or so, one of them's going to get their first deal. So happy about that. Yeah.
Within the first couple weeks.
They're all young. So that one's 16, one's 17, one's 18, one's 22. And I'm bringing on another 17-year-old.
Really?
So.
And do you have them knocking or calling? What do you have them doing?
I took one of them, actually, good story. I took one of them door knocking for 2 doors Saturday. And both of those doors I got cussed the fuck out at. Really? Which happens if you door knock. That's like, so I've been threatened and like told to fuck off and they'll beat my ass. Like that happens. I've knocked over 1,000 doors. Yeah. So that's bound to happen. But it's cool because that doesn't happen that often, especially that I've gotten good. And I come at it the right way. And if they're aggressive, I can calm them down. Yeah. These people want nothing to deal with it.
Yeah. Some of them
they wanted nothing. And taking this kid on his first 2 door knocks. He's an 18-year-old kid. Like he's still in high school. So, I mean, I'm 18, but I'm the total opposite of a pussy. I'll go out there. I didn't know what I was doing. I was knocking doors, dude. Yeah. So now that I know what I'm doing and I'm teaching these kids what to do, it makes it a little bit easier. But no, I'll get them knocking. But for the most part, it's just calls. And one I'm taking on from Maryland as well.
Really?
So
okay.
I met him at a Squat Up Summit down in Dallas. Great event. Yeah. Fantastic event.
How do you know what kind of doors to knock in the first place?
So I have a tool that I paid for from a data scraper, a data scraper that scrapes data off the foreclosure website in Connecticut, and it kind of sorts it. And I've gotten good to the point where I know like where in the foreclosure process I want to market to these people, and that's allowed me to effectively, and I, especially recently too, from this this scraper. I started using this scraper like start of the month, and I've locked up 4 deals this month.
Really?
That's more than I've ever done. So I did I locked up my first deal in September. I did 4 that month too. Yeah. I've never done 4 in a month since, and I've done 4 this month so far. Huh. So, well, technically I did 3, but I did 4 in September. But no, I've done 4 this month. One of those was like they all suck. The first 3 fell to contract. They're one was pretty good that shouldn't have fallen out did, and 2 short sales, which
Ooh,
short
I
sales.
hate short sales.
And then one of them ended up closing. So
Okay.
So
Can you break down from knock to close? What's that process like?
So it's just the conversation about going over options. And the misconception about sales is I'm forcing you to do something. And there's a time and a place, and Nick's a great sales guy. Time and a place where you want to be like a little bit more aggressive, like more stern with them, and kind of, I wouldn't say lay the law down, but like kind of be transparent and maybe sell yourself a little bit, right? And that's not I think the premise of sales is essentially just asking good questions to lead them to tell themselves what they should do. Because they're not going to listen to me. Who are they? Who you're going to listen to yourself more than anyone else. Right?
They need to be the ones making the decisions.
You're going to listen to yourself just in general. That's fair. Like I want to listen to me over you or you, right? So I want to, but if I lead them in the right direction, like asking them good questions, that's what sales is. So it's essentially going over options, understanding the situation. Let's kind of catch me up to speed. What's been going on? Understand, make it clear that you're listening to them, that you understand their situation. And a big misconception about the word empathy, which I love. What do you guys think empathy is?
Tell us.
I want to hear from you.
Oh, empathy? Man.
I don't have.
By the way, I've asked this question probably 50 times.
Okay.
And I've never heard anyone say the right answer, so I'd love for you to be the first.
Okay. Oh, let me be the first. Okay. Empathy?
No pressure.
Man.
Something my girlfriend says I don't have.
Someone says I don't have any empathy either. Well, I know I don't have empathy. That's why I'm like, she's like, art of manipulation, right? Empathy is the aspect of you're feeling a piece of the seller, right? You're feeling.
Not at all.
So tell me your definition. So I'm curious.
So I get this from Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference, which is the sales fucking Bible. Love that book. And that's sympathy. Yeah. So it's like, shit, your dog died. My dog died 2 years ago too. I know that it sucks. That's sympathy.
Yeah.
Empathy is an understanding. So, geez, it sounds like you got a lot going on. Labeling like, oh, sounds like you got a lot going on. That shows empathy. And that does more than sympathy. Because who gives a fuck that my dog died? Who gives a fuck? Which it didn't. But who gives a fuck? True. Who gives a shit that my dog, like, I know if you're the seller and like, dude, my dog just died, or like XYZ, like, shit, my dog died too. Like, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck about that.
But people do that. But that's people's empathy. No, empathy is like, oh, geez, no, it sounds like it must be hard right now.
Yeah.
Right? Just understanding. That's what empathy is. So making it clear that you understand and you show, it's called tactical empathy. That's what Chris Voss calls it, which I love. And I like a lot of my sales process just based off the pre-foreclosure is based off that book. So, and then there's little things that apply in general to sales, but especially with this clientele, like bad news is another Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
They're emotionally, a lot of these people are emotionally bankrupt. They're going through a lot. It's just bad news after bad news after bad news, and it's just over and over and over again. That's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot for these people to deal with. And if I can convey to them that I understand their situation and I'm listening to them by reiterating what they're saying and paraphrasing it and using tactical empathy with a label at the start of the conversation, that opens up the door for a better conversation going forward. So if I can get them to open up and then allow myself to understand, because I care about these people too. Yeah. It's not like I don't give a fuck. Yeah. It's like these people go through some shit. Like they go through some shit. And it's crazy that like as an 18-year-old, I'm playing a therapist role for a fucking 65-year-old.
You do. You just
I do. Yeah, I do a good job too. But essentially it's just an understanding and making clear that I'm listening to them because they're emotionally bankrupt. Just their thermostat's so low because bad news is another Tuesday afternoon. And it's not the same for all people. Like you get somebody who's over here and over here on the spectrum of like where their head's at. But for the most part, people are like depressed and anxious and sad all the time, and they're going through a lot. So when you can convey that understanding, it allows for a good conversation going forward. So I'll take that. I'll go over some options. Understand the situation, understand what they're looking to do. What's their goal, how bad they're looking to do that. And I guess what they've done so far to achieve that goal. We'll go into the options and then essentially disqualify to qualify. So we'll go through a series of options and not most of the time, but a lot of the time, none of those options really work. Or so maybe they might, and I'll push them to do it. So like, great, you want to get the loan modification? Go get it. Right. And I'll follow up with them, schedule calls every couple days, every week, to the point where I'm on their ass and they know, great. No, Marcus, in the event that the loan modification doesn't work out, would you feel it's a unreasonable conversation to talk about more options? And I'm not here to blow my load away with like, okay, great, they want to do the mod. I ain't telling them what's on the other side. Like I'm not giving away the other options because I want to build anticipation. I want to anticipate like, okay, there's something greater on the other side. Sure, I might know that in the back of my head there's an option that doesn't work. I'm not here to tell them that. Yeah. Right? Because maybe it does. Or like, for example, I still want to keep them in the loop because I know I can help them. Because they're gonna be in denial, like, great, nothing works. I'm not gonna talk to Joe again and I'm gonna let it go to foreclosure. Like, sure, I'm making money and I'm buying their house, but I'm still doing them a service. And you gotta look at it like that, where you're helping these people out. I'm not in the business just to make money. Like, sure, but the money's nice, and I have deals where I'm making 6 figures, but that's part of the game. Like, these two 6-figure deals, did not expect to make six figures on them at all. Like, I expect to make good money, but I didn't expect to make 80, 90, 100 grand. But that's just part of the game. You make good money and you're helping people out, which I love. But essentially, just understand the options when it comes to selling, and then we just have another process essentially when it comes to qualifying them to see if we're even a fit to help them with the sale of their house. With pre-foreclosures, it's really never about the price. It's just about the process. Yeah. So
that's a fact. Foreclosures, usually, as long as they get out of it, they just want to.
So we double close on the bigger deals. There's one that we made like 62 or 66 grand off. And the guy fucking signed off on the novation. I'm like, what are we doing? And I didn't know, see, this is months ago when I was still working with Nick directly, and guy signs off on the novation at 66 grand. I'm like, dude, double close that one. Well, he signed off on it, so I got paid. I'm fine.
Listen, I've had ones where we're under contract for 380, the seller signed for 491. It's just like, having it be very transparent to begin with what we're doing.
Oh yeah,
it's like, get some.
And you double close that one too, I'll bet.
No, we novated it. She saw the $111,000 release fee on her CD. Was she happy? She signed it, and she was like, she's like, this is my choice. I appreciate your service. Wow. I could have listed it, but I went with you, and I was like, to be fair, I didn't think we were going to get this much money. So yeah.
That leads me to a pretty interesting question, because you hear both sides. You hear people say, never tell them, never tell the seller whatever.
Well, I think it's the conversation of like, I expect to make 30 off this and then make 100.
That's fucking crazy. If we had double close, we will. I mean, obviously, if you double close with a retail buyer,
I didn't know the numbers were this good.
Yeah,
I was expecting to make 30, make 100. And like, shit. And like, when they're walking away with 10 and I'm making 100.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'll double close that bitch. Nope, we're the buyer.
Yeah. Smart.
Like, that's like, again, I don't want to ruin it because it fucks them over too. And like, will like she sign it or he sign it? Yeah. We're at the closing table. It's like, you want to go through this again or like let it go to foreclosure? Your choice.
A question for you. Have you ever double closed with a retail buyer?
Not so far, but that's what we're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. How are they? Because my question was, how are they financing it? Because usually it's so hard to double close with the retail buyer.
No, it's not. It's not FHA.
Even conventional really? Loans, because the bank sees it as, so they're underwriting. There's nothing to underwrite because there's no contract, right? So usually every bank's anal about it. So I was curious how you were doing it.
I don't think it's an issue here. I don't know.
Really?
Tommy, and I've never done one, but Tommy's very confident we can make this happen. So.
Interesting. Does your buyer know that like you're double closing it?
I wouldn't know the answer to that. Probably not.
Interesting.
Okay.
I would like double check because there's been issues. Hard money can double close, cash can double close.
Sure.
Usually bank backed loans, unless they're like a portfolio loan or commercial loan, can't double because there's usually, even if there's like a fucking 30-day seasoning period, there's some sort of seasoning usually with most banks. And there's no underwriting done. So unless you buy it and then you just sell it again to an end buyer with a whole like process, you're not going to close it same day because the bank's not going to loan to it because their buyer's not under contract.
Okay.
So I was curious if you were doing that. 'Cause if you were doing that, then I was like,
all right, I don't think they're paying. I know they're paying conventional, so I know it's not FHA, but
interesting.
yeah.
If you close that shit, put me on because I didn't think you could. That's why I'm curious because when you said that, I was like, if you're calling conventional,
yeah, I got to talk to Tommy about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate that.
put me on. If he does it and you close the same with a conventional buyer, put me the fuck on. That's sauce,
dude. Let's see. Well, like no matter what, we're gonna do a deal. We gotta do a couple deals this year, man.
Oh, 100%.
I gotta take one down with Brian too.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, let's do a flip together. I'm like, let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen. There's this one in Wilton that I want bad.
Really?
Bad.
What's the one in Wilton? I believe in Wilton. Is it a colonial?
No, it's a. So I talked to this lady in like August before.
Okay, there's some Indian dude I'm talking to. Yeah.
No, so before I did the contract, she has dementia. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
She like her kids have power of attorney over her. Okay. Even if I contracted her, I think she ain't getting out of the house either.
Yeah,
but I think she's in the hospital now. I was reading the court case and I was like, fuck. Damn. She's in the hospital.
It was crazy. We did a deal, and I know I'm getting off topic.
She's a very nice lady, but
dude, this is a quick story. I did a deal in New Britain one time. We closed it for $170, immediately relisted and sold it for $290. Right. Anyways, cool. So, but in the terms of the contract, it was like our original contract. It said the tenant first floor is to remain a life tenant until he chooses to move out at $950. And we're like, just to close it at the price. I was like, fuck it, no worries, right, dude? Little did we know, this dude was like on his way out. Like his dude was like dying, and so we're like, fuck it, like, and it's gonna be a hard sell, whatever. Our buyers were giving us kind of hard time about it when they found out he was a life tenant. Because he was paying $900. They usually been a $1,500 unit. So he was like giving us shit, and then all of a sudden, trying to get in touch with the guy. I can't get in touch with his daughter. I can't get in touch with anybody. And we go there, and this dude's like not there. And eventually, his daughter finally calls me back. She was like, "Oh, my dad, he's in fucking the hospital. Hospice. Yeah, he's in the hospital. Like he's not doing well at all. He's not going back to the house." And I was like, "You could have like told me. I left you voicemail after voicemail after voicemail. You could have told me this." But the life you fucking.
I had a similar one in Norwich. I actually talked to today.
Really?
So I talked to them. The first power of attorney.
Yeah.
Probably contractor too.
Yeah.
First one that first call. Day one in hospice. The guy's dead. He gonna die.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, the one I contracted one in Bridgeport that we're doing probate on, and I talked to the guy like 4 months ago, and now he's dead.
Yeah,
that feels weird, man. When you talk to a seller and
they die. Yeah,
fuck.
It's pretty. It's sad, man.
It is
it's sad.
It is.
Well, that's short.
You guys are talking about a lot of follow up. Obviously,
name of the game.
Important.
Name of the game.
Stay on their ass, dude. Like that's like so.
Explain.
Yeah, this lady I contracted. I'm not gonna say where. We're making a lot of money on it, but I probably reached out to her like 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
10 times. I have like specific data that I'm like, this is good data.
Yeah,
dude. One out of two of these guys are gonna sell their property to an investor. Mm-hmm. Let me maximize my ability to contract them.
Yeah,
even at cold reach out, like that's where I do 4 contracts where all of them fit that bill.
Yeah,
so it's like shit. Everyone fits this bill of like this niche. Why don't I just cold call a list of this niche and fucking hammer?
Yeah,
hammer, and I'm doing well.
Yeah.
So it's follow up's important. Even like follow up before you talk to them and after you talk to them too.
Yeah,
like even if like I've done like for example, I did this contract with the lady. Talk to her at like 4 and I contract her at like 6.
Smart.
So it's like strike all the irons hot.
Yeah,
there's somewhere it's like I talk to them in November and I contract them in March.
Yeah, dude, literally. There was a deal I did with Freedom. I talked to this guy in 2022, February, and I contracted him in like August 2023.
Yeah.
It was over a year of follow-up. And it was supposed to be Novation, fell through. Supposed to be a wholesale, fell through. We ended up closing it. And then Luke flipped it. But what a guy. His name was Steve. And then he called me after. And like it was in Salem. And I don't live close to Salem, obviously. I never went back to that weird ass backwoods town. No offense to anyone who lives in Salem. And he's like, Nick, call me like when the house on the market. He's like, can we get in there? He's like, we're standing outside the house. Can you let us in? And I was like, no. I was like, Steven, go get an agent or something and walk it. But yeah, so.
Was this when you guys were flipping it?
Yeah. No, like it was on the market. He's like, can you like let us in? And I was like, I don't live there. Guy was fried, but.
Dude, Nick contracted this one on Waterbury, Divine. And shout out to Nick. Nick was my mentor when I first started doing this. Great dude.
Yeah, good.
Do business with him, and so was Tommy knew was a fucking go. That guy's a G.
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking G. He's a badass too.
Yeah.
So he does my display. He's a good fucking dude. But anyways, Nick contracted this one in Waterbury. Similar situation. And this seller is crazy.
Yeah.
Contracted him, followed BK to push back the auction.
Mhm.
They could have post auctioned it, but followed BK, whatever.
What's
And
BK? So people know.
Bankruptcy.
Okay.
So filed. Did you know that?
No, BK, no idea.
Okay, so that's like abbreviation. I knew you were gonna like. I
100%.
you asked that because you didn't know. So they filed bankruptcy.
100%. I had to make it sound like I knew. Yeah.
File bankruptcy. I know, dude. We're smart. So file bankruptcy just to like kind of put everything to a halt.
Yeah.
Which is what bankruptcy does. And you can still close on a property after it goes to foreclosure sale.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know that, so you can hit me up, and then we can help you out with that, and they'll do a little deal together. But most people don't know how to do that. So, yeah. So we still filed bankruptcy. It's like the safer route to go.
Mm-hmm.
This guy probably should have took his deed because now he's going ghost. However, the reason I bring this up is because when we're still in contact with him, this wasn't my deal, but it's Nick's deal, and his kid Chris too. And Chris is a good dude, good fucking dude.
Yeah.
But when they contracted, the guy's like, "Hey, do you think that the new buyer is gonna want me to stay as a roommate because I know so much about the property?" Pre-foreclosures are weird, man.
They're weird. If
There's I've never done a deal where something or someone hasn't been fucked up.
Yeah. I'm gonna refer you a lead.
Okay.
It's because like for some reason the lady started hating me, and I talked to her on the phone once.
Where?
In Shelton. Brian, I got that. We're just part of a cold system, so I'll see if Brian's cool with me referring it. He can't get in touch with you either. But this lady, she just all of a sudden, like, we were cool. We had an excellent conversation on the phone.
Sure.
Built great rapport. And then like all of a sudden, I was supposed to go meet her on Monday. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way. She's like, text me like as I'm like fucking 20 minutes from the house. She's like, hey, I'm sick. Sorry. Can we reschedule?
Dude.
And I was like,
keep going, but I have a similar story. Right. Maybe it doesn't end the same way, but I got a similar story.
I was like, all right, cool. I was like, yeah, no worries. I was like, when's a better, like, listen, let's touch base.
You knew her ass was not fucking sick.
Of course she's not sick. I'm not going to show up at her house if she's telling me how to show up. So I was like, all right, no worries. Like, I'll just fucking, we'll reschedule. So I hit her up the next day. I was like, hey, how you feeling? No response. I call her. No response. Text her next day. Hey, how you feeling? A couple days go by and like nothing. So I keep texting her every day. And I was like, I text her again.
Have you given what do you text her when you like following up?
At first I was like, hey, how you feeling? You feeling any better?
You ever get aggressive?
Huh?
Get aggressive?
Do I get aggressive?
You don't seem like I gotta get aggressive. But you might.
I get passive aggressive. So what I do is
you don't seem like an aggressive closer. You might be.
No, what I do is I get passive. What's the fuck is the guy's name? He owns 7th Level, Jeremy
Minor.
Is it Jeremy Minor?
Yeah.
Who owns
Jeremy
it?
Jeremy.
Yeah, he owns 7th Level. He does a bunch of sales shit.
He's good.
He's nasty. I do like a slightly like it's like I took another sales course. I do like a what the fuck's it called? It's
tone. Like the weird tone. Yeah.
Yeah, the tone. But there's it's like the sad cat or something like that.
If you want to, do you got that sales course still?
Which one? I'll dig through my email. It's a tonality sales course, and there it's a basically what it does. What I learned, it's called the sad cat or something like that. And the idea is like, is it me? Did I do something? So I text like that a lot. It's like, I don't mean to be a pain in your ass, or I don't mean to be a fly buzzing around you or anything, but can you just let me know what's going on here? And I usually end up getting responses. So
really?
I said that.
Mine's like, that's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Right?
Dude, that's good.
I bought a course. It was like a random
dude.
Like, Instagram
I'm probably gonna forget that.
Yeah.
I would love to write it down, but I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
But dude, mine's like, have you given up on XYZ? Have you given up on selling the house? Have you given up? Have you given up on stopping the foreclosure?
Yeah.
Get a response.
It's smart. Because have you given up? No, I haven't given up.
I have not given up.
Yeah, done. Yeah. I responded. So I texted her, and then all of a sudden she texts me back finally. She's like, go away with the blushing emoji. And I was like, what'd I do? And I was like, okay, no worries.
Is this
I'll go
L Hemorrhage?
Huh?
Is this like L Hemorrhage Drive?
No.
Okay.
A different one. In Shelton?
Yeah.
It's not different. But then I was like, can you just
Text me.
explain to me like what I did?
I'll door knock it.
Yeah, go door knocker, bro. And I was like, can you explain to me like what I did and why you don't like me? Yeah, she's pre-foreclosure. Dude, she's like a year and a half behind. She's still a pre-foreclosure. I'm like, what?
Oh no, this is Connecticut, bro.
Yeah, it's Connecticut. So I was like, geez.
Connecticut, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm
what,
just like,
what happened with that seller?
I'll say, like, no one get hold of her.
When was this?
She never
This
responded.
was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Brian can't get hold of her. I can't get hold of her.
Have you ever door knocked it?
Brian door knocked it twice. He lives in Shelton. He lives close to it. No response.
Really?
Yeah. What's a condo? It's a $700,000 condo.
I still door knock HOAs.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, they all are like, no soliciting, like violators will be trespassed. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I haven't been trespassed yet.
Do you have a story of you fighting with anybody specifically?
Fighting was, well, I was given with an HOA.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I was arguing with them today because they were giving me a hard time. This one, oh yeah. So there's like a little dumpster in the complex, and I like threw it, like, so we were doing a clean out on it and we paid for the clean out, but there's a little storage unit that wasn't cleaned out. And I was like, well, the appraiser's coming in 30 minutes. I gotta fucking get all this in the dumpster. I throw it all in the dumpster, and I get a call from they're like, take your shit out of the dumpster. I'm like, no. It's like, no. It's like, it's a public dumpster. Like, it's overflowing. It looks bad. I'm like, two. Nobody drives by it. It's just a dumpster. And they're like, the dumpster. So I pull up today because I got a call that like the place was like flooding, which it wasn't. It was just like seeping out the foundation. There's a pipe that's burst, and like I don't know what the issue could be. They're probably gonna charge her 50. If like they do the work, they're probably gonna charge 50 grand for a 10 grand work, but whatever the fuck they do. But I go there today. I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like, not good. Look at the dumpster. That's on you. Some like angry old guy. And he's been nice to me before. I'm like, why the fuck you angry, dude? It's a fucking dumpster. Yeah. Why do you give a shit? Where's a good taco place around here?
Monterey.
Oh, there's tons.
Monterey is fucking fire.
That's for white people.
He hates. They're opening up on fucking North Main Street.
That's
next
for
to
white
Marcos.
It's fire.
How do you feel about Chipotle?
Are you kidding me? There's fucking 10 bowls in the trash. All this man eats is Chipotle.
Dude, Chipotle is such a life hack, bro. I gotta drop some gold nuggies myself. If you go to Chipotle, dude, for $12, you get a bowl, a side tortilla. You ask
Would you just do the side tortilla?
What do I do?
I get the burrito.
I get the bowl with the side tortilla. Bro, trust.
They wrap it themselves, dude. It's $3.
It's,
You're not poor.
Bro, it's the same cost. No, the bowl's more expensive.
Really?
And then they charge you for the tortilla.
Dude, I get double chicken, cheese and rice, and they charge me like $18.
Really? Dude, let me put you on. Get a bowl, get the tortilla for the carbs. You ask them for a half scoop of chicken, half scoop of steak, and then you tell them to double it. So then they give you end up with 2 full scoops of two full servings.
Do you tell them to double it afterwards?
I tell them to double it afterwards. And then I get all my toppings. I get my sour cream, my cheese.
But they always report it as as double.
Not always. No, not
Dude,
always.
you just gotta flirt with your Chipotle.
That's all you have to do.
Dude, you gotta
all you have to do.
Flirt with them. If it's a chick, like I'm gay, I'm flirting with the dude. But like if it's a chick, I'll flirt with them all the time.
All you gotta do is ask them how they're doing before they
you smile,
because they always ask you. What would you like? I always ask them, how are you doing today? Always. Guy, girl. If it's a girl, you make her laugh once. If it's a guy,
I know. Yeah.
If it's a guy, you compliment their chain or you compliment something.
Yeah. No, dude. Exactly.
And you get the double chicken, double steak always, and you get the guac sometimes for free. $12. No more.
Double chicken, double steak.
Yeah,
because
$15
for a half scoop, you're still giving you a pretty good scoop.
Dude, double chicken, double steak's like $27.
No,
probably. Because
you're asking for the half scoop.
It should be. It should be $27. I never walk out with more than $15.
That's the game.
$12 to $15. Yesterday was $12, and I had the most freaking meat, 2 servings I've ever had.
Next time I go to Chipotle, I'm gonna try that.
You should try it.
The bowl. So tell me what to do. Give me a synopsis, quick.
Step 1: always ask them how they're doing. Always make a comment. Ask for a bowl, side tortilla. Personally, I like white rice.
I don't get the single chicken double. Like I don't get that anymore. They never give me like.
Always ask them.
I'm so nice.
Could I do half and half? Could I do half chicken, half steak? And they always say, sure, no problem. Their scoop is pretty much a full scoop. And then you say, you know what? Let's make it a double. I'm feeling it today. You always make some sort of comment, make them chuckle, and they always give you that nice, generous second scoop of both.
Dude, you get like an old scraggly bitch, and they give you nothing, and then they charge you $27.
Never had that happen. I haven't had that happen yet. I've had people behind the bar who I know are some of the more like bitchy people, but you got to find a way to make them laugh somehow, some way. And they'll always give you that double chicken.
That's what the seller too, man.
Double steak.
Like, so this deal in New Haven locked it up. We're making good money on it. We're novating it. And she her daughter calls me from her number and she's like, hey, what did you force my mom to sign?
Oof.
I go, hey Penny, how's it going? Like, what did you force my mom to sign? I'm like, whoa.
Huh.
So I calmed her down and I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, you forced my mom to sign something. And I'm like, I did? No, who is this? Is it this? I thought this was Penny. No, this is Penny's daughter. Okay, yeah, we signed a purchase and sale. We're going to help the sale of the house to avoid foreclosure. Is there any issue? And so she became aggressive at me. But what I did is when she was taking it, and again, cleared it up, helping her. Like, she loves me now, right? And that's good, right? Because obviously we're not doing wrong by people, but I made her laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So she was taking my name. I'm like, Joe Smith. And then I'm like, it's a hard one. And she laughs. See, that's what I like, because I got the most simple name. And I'm like, it's a hard one, Joe Smith. It's a hard one. It's Joe Smith. It's hard to get prepared, so I'm going to have to spell it out for you. It's Smith.
That's like, smart.
And like, they always laugh, or like something like that. And like, they always laugh. And that's like, guard down. So
smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
It's actually fantastic.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Whenever fucking the kids get involved, man, it's like, I'm at a point now, they just annoy me. I'm not trying to be like rude or anything like that to people's families or anything like that, but the kids getting involved, because they always make you feel like you're the asshole or something like that. I'm trying to help your fucking parent, bro.
Yeah, I know. So, you know what I hate the most? When I door knock, the audio's rolling, right? So when I door knock, I hate when kids open the door.
Oh, it's a rough one.
That's so, like, again, there's, especially kids my age, because I'm 18 and I see kids like the same hair, they look similar, and it's like, damn, they're me.
Yeah.
But like, they're not me. But like, they look like me, where it's like they dress the same, or they fucking like they play sports. I was playing sports, like basic white guy.
Yeah.
Till like last year,
yeah.
Like 6 months ago, dude. So like that was me, and it's like, I still blend in with them. So like, why the fuck is this kid like at my door? It's like, hey, what do you want? And I'm like, well, is your parents around? Like, why? I'm like, who is this fellow youngling asking like for my parents?
For my folks, yeah.
I know. I was like,
how do you dress when you door knock?
Like this.
You dress just like that?
Like this.
Okay.
I'm a big ripped jean guy. So It's like either like jeans, ripped jeans. I don't wear like professional shit just because I'm not a salesperson.
Exactly.
Oh, I am, but I don't.
I fucking told you. I go like this.
Yeah.
I go like this. You know what I mean?
Never like, suit and tie and button up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
The only time I got fancy, once it was these fancy, was khakis and a black shirt, was for that Greenwich listing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Different clientele.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Dude, I still door knocking Greenwich with like a jean jacket and like ripped jeans.
Yeah. You know what I mean? This is different. It's something I try to like step up just a little bit.
I know.
And this was like Target. So I was going to meet her to like get the deal, and I still might fucking get it. So close. Like, I never made an offer. You never made an offer on it.
Who?
This fucking deal, and I'm gonna list it like as an agent because
you're
like,
licensed, right?
Huh?
Dude, yeah. I might just get my license so I could list those things down in Greenwich.
It was an ad, yeah. So I was like, because there's no room to novate it. She wants too much, and I was like, bro, I'll just list it.
Do you bring up that you're licensed on the phone with them?
Oh, for sure. If like this type of deal, I'm like, yo, she's like, yeah, you know.
Do you always bring up that you're licensed?
No, only if I have to. Like,
I think do you have to disclose that
in the purchase and sale? Yes, and the additional in the contract.
Not on the call.
No, on the contract has to disclose that like you're an agent. I usually find a way to tie it into the call, so I'll be like, yeah, I have my real estate license too, but you know, a lot of people sometimes they ask you, are you a buyer? Are you an agent? It's like, no, I'm an agent too, but like I'm also an investor in my company. But I'm with her. When she told me like what she wanted, I didn't even bother negotiating. I was like, hey, listen, I know you filled out a Google ad, you might not want a cash offer. I can get you a lot more than that cash offer because, and I can get like 100, 200. But like, there's no room to novate it. After your fees, you're walking away with fucking 10 grand. I was like, I'd rather just list it. So I was like, yo, I'm also an agent. I can provide you the same service as an investor, but I'm an agent. You can leave everything you want in the house. Like the commission's so fat on it. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'll do anything I possibly can.
How much is it worth?
It's worth $2.4 million.
How much you making on it?
If I get 3%, I don't have my calculator. It'll be like what's
like 72?
Yeah. After I get 85% of that.
Okay. So Yeah, you get like
65 grand, 66
no,
grand.
you get I'm gonna do the math in my head. 72, 10%, 34. Wait, fuck, I guess I'm bad at math now.
That's real.
I used to be like really good at math. 3,600, 74, 72. Fucking, you get like, that's 10.8 off of 72. You get like 61.2.
Not bad.
That's good.
Not for me just selling a house. Not too shabby.
Did you like? Is agent like is that hands on?
No, but I don't work with buyers. I'm working with one buyer right now. So it's our buddy Josh, and I guess I've known him for fucking 10 years. And he's looking in Bristol, and I was like, oh, how convenient. So I was like, sure, I'll take you on.
Should have bought Stearns back.
You should have bought fucking Stearns back, bro. He won't qualify for it.
How long you been an agent for?
I've been agent since I was like 21, 22.
Really?
Yeah, but no, I take listings. Like our buddy, he's doing a buy and sell, and I was like, it's a free 20 grand on the buy and sell. So I was like, easy. I was like, I'll help his fucking mom sell her house and buy. She's pre-approved for 500. House was 400. I was like, bro, it's easy. I'll make like 20 grand.
Sure.
So I was like, it's cake. And I
Sure.
don't gonna do shit. So
I'm
yeah.
gonna ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be the interview.
Tell me.
What were you guys doing when you were 18? Let's start with Nick.
Oh, I worked at Target.
Really?
I worked at Target.
Fuck Target, bro.
I know.
Fuck Target.
But I was working at Target.
How far do you live away from Target? Probably close.
I live like fucking 15 minutes. It's not bad. It's in Sullivan.
Target's woke as shit.
Oh, it's so bad. I just go in there. I take a leak. I drink my coffee and I call it a day. And I sit in my car. But no, I was working at Target and smoking weed every day. I was just fucking walking around just blasted. So like I had a terrible mindset when I was 18. So I wasn't closing deals.
You weren't Joe Smith.
I wasn't Joe Smith.
You weren't Joey
I
Smith.
wasn't Joe Smith. Marco's. I tell you, Marco's fucking roofing.
Marcos had more money at 18 than I.
Complete opposite.
Yeah.
I was working since 15. Well, I grew up working with my dad at 6, 7. And at like 15, I got my own job. No, 15, I could become a lifeguard and finally get paid. So I did that, but I hated it. So then I was like 16 when I started roofing. And I just kept saving my money because I knew I wanted to put it in like a multi. And my mindset was never I've never done or tried anything.
And you never knew about like creative finance or like seller finance or shit like that.
You were just learning about it whenever you could on your own. And so I was like, I hated. I didn't have many friends. I didn't like going to school.
So did I. Yeah.
And in college, all you would see was people party, and I just stayed away from everything.
Yeah.
And I was like,
do you drink?
I've never.
He's never drank or any drugs.
I've never. So I got a good story. I got a really good story to tell. I want you to finish. I got a good story. It's not real estate. It's a good story.
Yeah, I've never tried anything. There's no point, and I will never try anything. Nick says he's gonna grow weed someday.
I'm growing weed in my new house. I'm building. I have a shed.
Have you ever smoked weed?
Never tried.
Have you ever smoked nicotine?
Nothing.
Like you've never smoked a cigar?
Nothing.
He's clean.
I'm like as clean as can be.
I'm trying to. I want him to smoke my homegrown weed though.
Don't ever ask me.
Good. I love that. I respect that a ton, Marcos. Being sober is good. I love being sober. Yeah. So I've smoked. I'll give you my extent. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
So I had like maybe a half a can of beer at like 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. For beer. I fucking hate alcohol. I think
it is disgusting.
People who drink alcohol are like pussies.
Yeah.
Essentially. Like, I need my beer to be happy. Like, I need my beer to have fun. Yeah. I need my nicotine. Like, fuck your nicotine, fuck your weed, fuck your alcohol. Like,
that's a fiend with the Zins.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck your Zins. Dude, anybody that's like ripping their nick and like just ripping their nick.
I just discovered what a Zin was a few months ago. I didn't know kids were doing them these days.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a nicotine. It's like a chew or something like that.
No, it's a little pouch you put in your.
Oh, it's a pouch.
I've seen him do that. Oh, fucking idiot.
Yeah. I didn't understand. I was like, what is that thing you're doing? He's like, oh, it's my Zin. I was like, what does it do? He's like, it gives me energy. I just bought Magic Mind.
Dude, I don't like putting shit in my body. I took an aspirin because I got a headache, but that's it.
That's fair. Oh, if I'm sick, bro, I'm popping ibuprofen, I'm popping everything. Fuck it.
Unless I'm about to die, I'm not taking anything.
I love it, Marcos. It's Marcos, right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I was getting it correct. I don't know if it was like Marco.
Nah.
Who calls you Marco? I know someone who calls you Marco.
I get it.
Me, Marco.
No, nothing.
No, so I've like hit like junior year. I like tried a vape once or twice, and I was no. I took like 2 hits. I was like, this is gross. I had an edible. This kid gave me an edible. I didn't feel it. I had an edible. And then like my roommate, like in my first college semester, like it was 2 a.m. and for whatever fucking reason, I hated it. I hated being high. Yeah. I was like that high, but he like coerced me into ripping a bowl. I don't get peer pressure, but I was like, whatever. I've never done it. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? I felt like shit afterwards too. Like, great. This isn't good. Oh, I don't like this. And I smoke cigars sometimes. Just with like as like a celebratory.
Cigar. Yeah, I get you.
That's it. But I got a good story too. I want to tell a story. Should I tell a story?
You gotta tell the story now.
Tell the story.
You, man.
Great. So I was 15. I was in my sophomore year. Like I was sophomore year and like freshman year and like really into my junior year. And like I was like that weird kid. Now I liked it because I was like that weird kid. I never had friends. Like no girls wanted me. Like nothing. Yeah. Like nothing. Like I didn't my first kiss till I was like 17, which is like late. That's late. Have your first kiss.
No shame, man. Happens.
No shame. So like that's late.
Yeah.
But I did, and then so I was that kind of weird kid, but I liked it too. I looked funny. It was cool. So we went on like a school trip. So I was part of the Young Republicans Club, and we went to see like
you got a club for that.
We did.
So we went.
It was cool. So we went to Florida to see Trump speak at CPAC.
I love that.
It was cool. It was so cool. And I know like I got people that like hate me. I know people. There is at least one person who really doesn't want to like me that will listen to this whole fucking pod. There's probably like 1 or 2, and they listen. They're like, "Fuck, he knows." There's at least 1 or 2 people that like really dislike me. I got a lot of people that dislike me because I was always made fun of and picked on in high school, and now it's like less of like a made fun of picked on. Just they don't like me. Yeah, it's like jealousy or like they can't stand seeing Joey Smith win and like
they're
make
broke.
money.
Fuck them.
Exactly, bro. You're broke. But you're fucking broke. You watching this, you're fucking broke.
Yeah.
And you know who you are. And I don't know who would watch it. I know there's somebody that's like, dude, I made an Instagram post and they like these fucking kids. And I don't let it get. I don't care.
Yeah.
And my friend Ben, best friend in the world. I love Ben. Great kid. He cares more than I do. Yeah. About like kids talking shit. It's like you let it get to you. Like I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But that's just Ben. Ben's a good dude. I get him in sometimes. Ben's a good fucking dude. So anyways, they're like they get their whole fucking posse to like start talking shit in my Insta comments. Yeah. And like saying like little jabs. I got fired from my first job was at Big Y and I got fired like 2 months in. Like
you got fired.
I did for saying something out.
What did you say?
You said some outlandish
fuck
shit.
Big Y. And then like I also made derogatory comments alluding to another coworker's weight.
She fat?
Were they fat?
Key.
Is he fat?
Oh yeah.
Lose weight.
I was telling like, dude, when are you getting in the gym? Because he was like, oh no, he's getting in the gym. Like, when are you getting in the gym? And then somebody, I forget who commented. You know what? Carl Denton.
Carl Denton.
He like the big mustache.
Maybe.
Good dude. He comments on my Instagram posts. This is funny as fuck. He's like, since when does Big Y have like standards about like insulting? Like I forget exactly what it was. Then I go, well, they don't care because they're a food market. They promote obesity, which is true. But anyway, I got so much shit in those comments. Kids fucking hate me. I went on 2 minutes to something I could have said in 10 seconds, but there's somebody watching this that hates me. That cares about me too much. So they care about me more than they care about themselves. That is watching this, even after they'll finish it too. Maybe they'll not, but there's at least one person that's watching this really fucking hates me. But anyways,
just wait till you hit the YouTube comments, bro.
I know.
Oh, they're even worse. You gotta watch.
They go so out of their way, like the people in your comments. Why? Why do you go so out of your way?
No, dude.
To come up
like,
with
dude,
some fucking paragraph.
I think it's so funny. No, but they're getting all butthurt where it's like too big for the Y. So that's funny, but like
too big for the Y. That's funny.
That's funny, but it's like I'm
gonna comment that randomly someday on any one of your posts. I'm gonna be like too big for the Y. That's
oh my god, I love it. I know, dude. And like, so you can tell if somebody's stalking your social media. There's a little trick. I look at like who view. I'll look at who views my Instagram or Snap story. Snap's different. Insta, you can see like who if you don't interact with somebody at all and they're at the top of your shit, like they're on the top 5, they're on top of your shit. They're interacting with your profile.
Yeah.
So you know if like somebody's looking at your shit.
Really?
Yeah. It's a little trick.
Wait, say that again.
So
I need to, like-
so I think the top 5 in your Instagram stories are like the most recent. Below that, it's like the people who who interact with your profile or you interact with their profile the most. So like you'll see like your boys like that you have like that you talk to on Instagram or like you're liking, you see their shit and you like their shit. Well, like if you see somebody like I don't ever like see their shit or like they don't post and I don't even follow them.
Yeah.
And they're up here. Like,
that's good to know.
It is.
I don't. I don't post.
I'm teaching you guys a lot today.
Yeah, you're putting me on. BK.
I know.
Fucking.
Anyway,
I thought it was Burger King. Nigga.
That was not slick at all, bro. I'm sorry. That was.
What am I supposed to say? I don't want to look like a scrub. I've never heard somebody say BK.
Marcos, you knew what BK was, right?
He did not know what BK was, bro.
No, I'll admit it. I had no idea what BK.
I tried to be
put
smooth.
2 and 2 together, and then
Bankruptcy.
I literally thought you were talking about Burger King. I'm not even fucking with you. I was like,
oh, I wasn't that bad.
I was like, I've never heard someone say BK or bankruptcy. I say bankruptcy, bro. We're going under.
Bro,
but-
so
racist,
age
but
difference is so real, bro.
Man,
Marcos
I'm old.
Marcos is Spanish. He had stood for like border crossing.
I gotta filter through 2 languages.
Border crossing with a K. Or something.
Bro, do you follow Border Patrol on Instagram?
No.
The U.S. Border Patrol.
They're bad. I've seen they're badass as fuck.
Their content's amazing, bro.
I know.
Really?
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's the
Dude,
best
it's
thing
like,
ever.
it's like they're. I've seen their shit. I know it's good.
Yeah. Oh, there was
Anyways,
one that's funny.
Anyways, we're going off in fucking tangents. I'm here to
no.
tell a story. Anyways, there was this girl that I wanted bad on this fucking trip. She's pretty hot. She's
Happens.
a hoe. But anyways, she played me, bro. So like, so we were like waiting for Trump to speak, and she was like flirting with me. I'm like, wait, I've never had an attractive girl like flirt with me. This is like my little 15-year-old hormones are like going all fucking crazy.
You're going crazy. Yeah.
They're going crazy, man. And that never happened to me at that point. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I was like flirting back, and then she just like stopped. So I was like, fuck. And I like want it. Like, again, you want a little sales like trick too. It's like, well, it's called love bombing too. Like, I think so. Maybe I'm like wrong, but it's like she was just doing it to like, she was probably bored, right?
Yeah.
But it's like people want something that they see as like a scarce resource that they know they can't have. So I didn't appreciate it like when she was flirting back, but like so like then like it's gone. It's like I was like fuck. So I was like, apparently I'll definitely be an OD as shit. Like I know I was being OD because I was sitting next to her, and then she had like a twin sister too. Her and twin sisters moved spots. This was like the twin sisters sitting next to me, and I was like, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I was like, looking back, I'm like, fuck. I'm that much of an asshole.
Bag
But
fumble.
I love it. I love it, bro. Because like
I respect it.
that was like a canon event.
That's
Do you know what a
big.
canon event is?
I'm not that old.
Yeah.
You know what taught me that? Into the Spider-Verse.
What?
What a canon event is?
Yeah.
A canon event?
Yeah, it's when you're like, it's an event that fucking changes history for you or something.
Yeah, dude, like you have your little moment to like.
Yeah, have you seen Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Yeah,
That made
it's-
me realize that women are
yeah.
pieces of shit.
Yeah, that's why I tell everyone. I was like, bro,
Dude,
I fucking
like, why play me like that? And then
Yeah.
she's even worse, dude. So it's like I've never heard like anything really that good about her.
Fair.
After that, but there's this dude that like she played me for like maybe 6 hours. She played this dude for like 2 months, and I'm like,
Jeez.
fuck,
Yeah.
man. I feel
Yeah.
he's a good dude, a really good dude. She played this fucking dude for like 2 months. I'm like, really?
It happens.
Well, pretty girls live life on easy mode.
Dude, they do. That's the easiest life, but it's also like I love like to live a nice life. Like you just gotta be nice and have like fucking good looking, have a fat ass if you're a chick and you get invited to like you get hit on, you get DMs of like rich dudes. I want to fly you out. It's like
if I was a woman, bro, I'd definitely get flown out.
dude.
All I gotta do is clap, and I get fucking 20
Dude, like,
G's.
just post your fucking cheeks on Instagram.
Oh,
if
without
you're,
a doubt.
Dude, if I was an attractive woman, I'm doing OnlyFans.
100%.
Dude, are you not? Are
What-
you fucking?
What
Dude,
gets me,
dude,
if I
dude,
was
are
a
you
woman,
not?
bro,
Are
I
you
would
fu-
have no shame. I
Dude,
would
I wouldn't
just do
give
it.
a fuck.
I'd be
Like,
loaded.
I hate stripper. I don't like the culture of that as like a man, and I see that
Yeah.
like, kind of disgusting.
Oh, for sure.
But if I was a woman, like I get it, man.
I'd cash out.
Dude, you got a fat ass.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
dude, you get your horny 65-year-old. Oh,
Dude, and then there's the dudes that
Yeah.
are managing their profiles and shit. All they gotta do is make the content.
dude, my buddy.
Cake.
So actually, my
Cake,
former.
man.
I'm not gonna name his name. He sells. So when he sells a wholesaling course, he's never done a deal, and he like lies about it too, which is very shitty. Like it's very fucking
That's what
shitty.
none of them do deals, bro. There's
Dude,
only
like,
a few that
oh,
do.
like Enterprise Elite's good, but there's this one kid. Like all these kids like want to be like Enterprise Elite. This kid does like a wholesaling course, and he's never. So he was actually gonna work for Nick for a little bit, and then he's like, wait, I'm working on commission. I'm only making a couple grand. Because my logic working for somebody was like, let me learn from somebody who knows what they're doing, and then actually go out on my own and start doing deals, which is what I'm doing, and actually start making some real money. I was fine with not making a lot of money working with Nick. Anyways, this kid, he starts selling a wholesaling course, and I'm like, dude, you've never done a deal. He's like, it's fine, I'm selling a course. And then I told him like, dude, I don't want to be friends with you if you like keep doing this, because I don't associate myself with people that are just slimy shitballs.
So
And then he goes like, no, I'll stop. Like I get I was being shady in the past, like I'll stop. And then he ramps it up to another level. He's saying I've done like 1.1 million in the last 3 months. I'm like, dude, you've never done a deal. I would doubt that. And he's asking, like, he's telling me, like, what's he tell? He's saying like, yeah, I got like 6 deals in escrow for my students. I'm like, great. You're in Connecticut, by the way. So you know what I do? I'm like, great. Which title company are you using? He's like, I forget the name of the title company. I'm like, dude, we're an attorney state. That's
when he said that to me. I was like, oh, I know there's like First American, there's Caddick, there's a couple, but I don't fucking know any of the people there. So
I'm like, dude,
yeah,
we're an attorney state. You don't go through a title company directly. You go through attorneys. What's the deal? You know that. So
that's fucked.
So like,
I'm curious.
Yeah.
How does he sell the course?
ChatGPT wholesaling course. He sells a crypto course too, and he had a crypto coin that went from like here to here, like it was here, and he pumped the fuck out of it. Now it's like shit. So it's like I just think he needs. He does, but I was getting into it. He does OnlyFans management too.
What are we doing wrong? It's
dude. He makes money though. He has like,
of course he fucking
dude,
does.
He has an AMG. He's 18. He has an AMG. He has like nice watch. Like he makes money.
Of course he fucking
But
does.
That's slimy as fuck. He don't care about like.
Oh no,
that doesn't last.
It's bad business.
That doesn't last.
Hey, what comes around goes around.
And
Right,
there's a quote. I think I forget who says it, but it's like I swear by it. It's like the reason it basically says the reason why it takes so long for us to make the money we want to make is because we're building a business the right way. Fundamentally, we're doing everything right. We're not fucking anyone over. We're not going for no get rich quick schemes.
The thing is like we're all making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can make money the right way.
Oh, for sure.
I've been doing this for not even 10 months, 9 months. And I'll make like, I should. Again, I don't count my chickens before they hatch, but if they all close, that should close this month, like 80 grand.
Yeah.
Like 18, that's legit.
It's legit. And this, I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm not trying to sound great. I'm not complaining about the money we make. I'm just saying some dudes just fucking, they'll do anything.
Oh, dude, he would lie to my face. To like,
that's fucking crazy.
Like you lie to your friend's face.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone we know.
I'm not. No, don't get me going. I'll be here all fucking night.
I don't have anything like personally against the kid. He's funny. He's good dude. Not really good dude. But like, man, really, you're really, you're that much, and he knows it too. And he's trying to gaslight me into saying I'm jealous. I'm like, dude, I'm jealous of you that you make money. I'm like, dude, I don't like people that are like, you made more money than me last month. Cool. But I don't like people that are sleazy shitballs.
Yeah. I don't like that. It's business. Like,
so
you can't, like I said, I was like Tony before, you can't fuck someone over, especially in this state, man.
I want to shout out, I actually want to shout out Enterprise Elite because they do, like, they sell a big course, like big coaching program, like $50. It's like $50 a month for their Discord. Like, they provide for $50 a month, they provide a lot of value.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money. they actually do deals and they don't like really lie. So like they're like authentic. And again, you're gonna prop up your shit on marketing, like to market to an extent, but like they're authentic, bro. And it's like I respect that. Yeah. And like they're genuine dudes. They're authentic. Shout out to them, man.
Whatever you gotta do to market is one thing,
dude. Like you can prop up your shit a little. Like I get it, dude. Like I get it. You'll prop yourself up to a seller too.
Of course, there's no shame, but like, someone of course never done a deal. That's bamboozling.
Never done a deal.
Have you experienced anyone trying to discredit you and say like, oh, like this is all Nick Devine's doing, or oh, this is all Luke's doing, or oh, this is all like how do people, or how have people treated you because of how you started?
You ask a good fucking question, man.
Can I go first if you want to go? Or
you can go.
So it's funny you asked that, because when I first started going to meetups, I don't know if you have had the same experience. When I first started going to meetups,
I was Nick Devine's guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't Joe. Like they knew, because I was 18, so like they knew me as I was like Nick Devine's kid.
Yeah.
And now it's like I'm still known as Nick Devine's guy a little bit. So it's like
exactly.
That's where it's like, yeah, I love Nick.
Yeah.
I'm Joey fucking Smith.
Exactly. You're Joey
I'm Joey fucking Smith.
It's like
I like you're talking about the confidence and like
yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm arrogant. A little bit. But I don't have an ego anymore. I used to.
Yeah.
Like I listen to people.
Yeah.
I listen to people.
Which is good. You need to be able to listen.
I listen to people.
Everyone's still a student, right? So I still take advice. Dude, I'm still buying courses.
When I'm making $1 million a month, I'll be a fucking student.
Oh, of course.
From somebody
we'll be billionaires. I'll still be a fucking student. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm still learning.
It's so cool because I remember, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but I remember documenting, like, I have like little videos I've recorded of myself from like before I even started, saying like, again, this time it sucks doing all this research, but it's gonna pay off. So like, look back a year from now, and like, look back a year from now, like shit.
Yeah.
But dude, so I recorded this video on the beach, and I was like, this is surreal. But when I have a fucking property like on this beach, and I can see the sunset every day, and I got like man, but it's gonna be a lot of hard work, a lot of struggle. I remember like recording there. I'm like, the sunset's beautiful as fuck. The weather's awesome. I'm like recording. I'm like, man, this is awesome. But look back at this a couple years from now when you're on the fucking beach. Yeah. It's like, that's like shit like that. But it's go on what you were saying.
Yeah, no, it's true. So I got known, especially the CT Rias, everything. People only knew me. He's like, oh, you work with Luke Florian. You work with Luke Florian. You work for Freedom Property. And I was like, yeah, but like I have this cool company called Asher Properties.
I know you for Luke Florian.
Yeah, right. So it was like people only knew me for Luke, and even still, like not anymore. Yeah. Thank God, I finally got out of it. But like even like later last year, people were like, yes, how's Luke? And I was like, I think he's good. I was like, I'm full time in my own company now, and so it was just.
When did you make the transition?
I made the transition in September.
Okay.
Yeah, so full time September, and this is only because I have my kid. And
You'll make more money, a lot more money this year too.
Oh my God, so much more money.
So why didn't you make the switch earlier? You were comfortable making like 250, 300.
You know, it's that, and it's like I have like
that's a lot. That's a lot of money, man. That's like
I have more expenses too. You know what I mean? So I have like, and now I knew we were having this kid, so I was like, it was like a subconscious block, because you're like, okay, I got to provide for my family, blah blah. It's scary to take a risk. The only reason I took a risk is because Luke gave me basically no other option. He's like,
if he didn't, would you still be with Luke Florian, do you think?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Probably would.
How
long were you working with him for?
I was with Luke for, oh man, I did leasing firms. I worked with Luke since I was 21. 21,
when you
22.
turned 26.
I turned 26 in August. So I was with Luke for a while.
So thing is, like, there's a difference because I've always had that entrepreneur drive.
Yeah.
So I worked for Nick for like 6 months.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's fair.
I was like in and out.
Huh. Yeah, I told Luke I had a 5-year plan with him. The reason I was skeptical is because I was on year 4. I come in year 4 and I was like, do I fucking cut it early? That was like my thing. I didn't want to let him down. It was an entire back and forth.
I know.
So when he gave me the ultimatum, I was like, oh, bet. I already know my decision. Done. If you liked the video so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot. Feel free to leave us feedback. So we have a lot of people coming on, a lot of cool other investors. We have people who specialize in Airbnb, commercial real estate, short terms, flips, raising money, equity, you name it. We have them coming on. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing as we make more videos. If you want to learn more about wholesales, I encourage you to check out our free 9-module masterclass right on our channel. It teaches you everything you need to know. We go from 0 to hero. If you're already comfortable wholesaling, but you want to learn more about novations, click the link in the description. We have a whole step-by-step masterclass about how to run novations, how to pitch it, how to sell it, and how to make a lot more money rather than just doing standard assignments. So make sure you check that out if you're ready to take your business to the next level. All right, thanks for sticking with me. Back to the video.
I'm gonna address an elephant.
Yeah.
I have a head twitch. I know you guys notice that. You guys don't say anything until you're rude.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do. Because I'm not like anxious. I'm not stressed. I'm not nervous, but I have one.
I don't say anything about it because I also, Marco's gonna tell, I have a wicked tick, and I don't do it as bad in public.
I have a head
like,
tick, yeah.
if you notice, like I fucking like this part twitches. It's 'cause I repeat like the same words in my head like every like second of every single day. It's crazy, and sometimes I'll mouth the words. It's so annoying. But like, yeah, so I notice it, but I don't say anything.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
I
like,
understand the pain.
Yeah, it's like I don't
It's a
like
pain,
it,
yes.
dude. I hate it too, but I think it's cool.
It's unique.
Because like I used to be like when I was in high school, I was like very anxious, very depressed.
Yeah.
Like my junior year, like I went through a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And like at least in my head, like in actuality, like yeah, I had some like fucked up things happen, like shit like that. But it's like again, I'm happy I went through it because pain makes you stronger. Whatever kills you doesn't make you. Whatever kills you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, facts.
And I was like this always anxious kid, and I guess when I started to like come out of that, I never always had a head twitch.
Yeah.
But I always had like something. It was in my arm or like my leg.
Yeah.
And something. Now I got a head twitch.
Yeah.
Like I've had it for a year.
Yeah.
I've had it for a year.
It's probably gonna stick.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. You know, well, but I'm just saying, it's
I'm not a bitch, so it's like I don't like medication, but I think it's cool. But sometimes it's like it does it like sometimes I don't have it and sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just annoying. But I got to the point where like I don't give a fuck.
Right. It blows whenever I feel like I have a new tick coming. Like whenever I feel like new phrases coming into my head, I know when they're gonna stick. I'm like, fuck, man. I hate it. I get
like
so salty.
what's one of them?
I don't tell anybody. The only person who knows is Shelby. I don't say it to anybody. Not even the Marcos doesn't know. No one knows. Not even my parents know.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it the same phrase or just new phrases?
It's like I'm at a point where I have like fucking like 9 phrases, like 9 like combinations of words that get like repeated. It's
9
weird.
combinations of words.
Yeah.
You gotta have
and
like,
they all have some form. They all have some form of meaning, but like, and I know the meanings. I just don't know why I have to repeat them. It sucks.
do you say them out loud?
No. Thank God. That'll be a point of like
does it like cringe you if you were to say it out loud?
Oh, I would die. That would be Tourette's. That would be like a full lot. It's diagnosed as like a form of OCD.
I probably have OCD or something.
Yeah,
I probably got something. But like I think that's pussy shit. Like my pussy, my pussy hurts.
Yeah,
like I have a head twitch. Like, dude, you get some fucking liberal snowflake that has the head twitch I have. Like,
and they're done. They're on disability.
Dude, they're done. Like fuck. Like my pussy hurts. I can't work now.
I can't do anything.
Dude, maybe it's all the like because I'm not stressed right now, but I get stressed often.
Yeah.
Like, you deal with a lot of stress.
Of course. That's why I meditate every day, bro. Like
I don't meditate, man.
Yeah.
No, but like
you gotta meditate if you can, bro.
So like
5 minutes.
I had so much shit going on earlier.
Yeah.
So much shit going on earlier that I did like literally and I literally just stepped out for like a little bit. I like sit there. I had my AirPods in. I'm like, let me just calm down for a second.
Yeah.
Let me just calm down.
Yeah.
Because I was chugging. Stressed. I had like this is happening and this bitch is like yelling at me, like the seller. Like this bitch is yelling at me and this limp dick's like yelling at me too. And it's like I got so many people that are calling my phone. It's like fuck. I love being busy. But
you know what I'll do sometimes, man? I'll see the calls and I just won't respond. And when I'm at a point where I can't, when I like know, like I'm not trying to sound like a pussy either, but like when I know, like I can't, like my brain, I'm so like amped, I'm so stressed that like I can't like think clearly about a situation.
You know
sometimes
what,
I need to like.
You know what that reminds me of?
Tell me.
Seller and pre-foreclosure.
Yeah, because a lot of them are like they think like that all the time.
Their temperature's so low.
Mm-hmm.
It's not full circle.
Yeah,
they're getting fucking 10 calls a day.
Exactly.
Plus.
And they're like fucking, and they're so stressed. So me, what I've realized, I used to like answer the calls and like, I got into points where I was like yelling. I've yelled at Joe multiple times. I've yelled.
Mascaro?
Yeah. I've yelled at sellers that piss me off. And I realized I can't do that. Like as a professional, I can't do it. So what I'll do is if I'm like fucking like stressed out or I'm like, yo, this is a lot. People can call me all they want. I'm just going to sit there. I'll like meditate. I'll just do something until I feel better and I'll call them back. And then I usually have a better response and I can handle the situation better.
When I'm like pissed, like, dude, I'm easy to like snap.
Yeah.
Like snap.
Yeah.
I don't like, you don't seem like the guy that would ever yell.
No. You
never yell at Marcos.
I can't yell at Sexy. I can't. I feel too much love for Sexy. It's true.
Marcos is flattered right now.
You should be flattered.
I could see him yelling. I've seen him yell.
Really?
Oh, I've yelled before. Yeah, no, Marcos seen me yell.
He's yelled before.
Yeah, but like not at Marcos.
Yeah. Okay.
He gets pretty worked up.
Oh, I get emotional.
Dude, I do too.
Yeah.
I'm an emotional guy.
Right? Exactly.
I don't cry, but like I used to cry when I was younger.
Yeah.
I used to like over the little shit.
Yeah.
Little shit. Like I'm very competitive. I would like second or third grade, I would cry if I like lost fucking like a game of wiffle ball.
Yeah.
I was like that much. I was that
wiffle
kid.
ball, simple times.
Huh.
Sex. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm with you, but yeah, no,
I like, and then it like I grew out, but it like I grew out of it like towards the end of elementary
Mhm.
school, but I was like very emotional.
Mhm.
I still like I'm very very like comfortable. Like I still always put on a smile.
yeah.
I
Got
try
it.
to.
You gotta spread
Even if I'm
positivity.
like junior year was like a very rough time for me like mentally, where I was just like a very like I'm very emotionally bankrupt, and I still try to put a smile out for everyone every day, even though I had no friends and
Yeah.
I felt everyone hated me, which they probably did. Which is
Happens.
like
Yeah.
which is but dude, it's good that like I've seen like essentially what rock bottom looks like.
Mhm.
And like again, I'm not gonna get into specifics. That's like for me, and the people that are close to me. But yeah, it's you see what rock bottom looks like, and you never want to be there again.
Mhm.
That's part of the
Facts.
reason why I'm sitting here today.
My rock bottom was when I was broke in Hartford, living in the studio, and like I was like
How old are
going
you?
through it. I was 21 at the time.
You're living where?
in Hartford in a studio apartment.
What part?
It's better for Hartford. It was the Colt building, Big Blue Dome.
No.
It was so nice. It was a nice apartment. But like it was fucking 300 square feet, 350. It was small. There were so many units in there. It was nice, but
Are you
like
close with your parents?
now I am.
You
Yeah.
weren't then.
Huh?
You weren't then.
I was then. When I moved out, I got close with them. So my backstory, I have three siblings.
Okay.
All come from my dad's side. My mom, when she was miscarried her first kid, and she had me as like a fluke. My mom has always
You were
been
a mistake.
I was a mistake. I was actually her last stage. She went in menopause right after me. But my dad, very emotionally unavailable for most of my childhood. He was on. He used to take a lot of pills and stuff like that. 'Cause he was in the war for 25 years in the army. So he used to take literally over 20 pills a day to calm him down,
Really?
PTSD, stuff like that. Yeah. My mom used to be a very mean lady. She was very frustrated with me all the time. She said she didn't want me. It was entire like backstory. She lost her thyroid. She had cancer. She just took all of her frustration out on me.
Your mom told you she didn't want you.
Yeah, it's
I've
rough.
heard the same thing.
Right? And then when she had cancer and she lost her thyroid, she had a bunch of stuff going on. And her dad was mean to her. She took all that, she projected all that onto me. And she doesn't realize it now. So after she ended up getting she had like a huge mental breakdown. I was like 16 years old. She got fired from her job at the town of Wolcott. No, she quit. Actually, she quit the job at town of Wolcott, and she had like a huge mental breakdown. And ever since that happened, like her brain's been fucking shot. Like she doesn't know what she did when I was a kid. And my dad does, but my dad's also a much better spot. He smokes medical weed all day, and now he only takes one pill a day for his PTSD and shit, whatever his pain.
Oh my god!
So-
all you and your fucking pills. I know Marcos is cringing right now.
Huh?
I'm not like here to shit. Like I know Marcos isn't a big pill guy.
No, but like my dad, if he didn't take his pills, like someone would die. Like that dude's
Really?
like fucked. Yeah. If my dad doesn't have his weed and his like calmness, war man fucks with their head.
Really?
He like needs it to it, and he has a spine issue too, so he like needs it for the pain. But like yeah, no, if he doesn't have like some sort of thing to calm him, can't be out in the world. He can't socialize.
I hate all these. Well, I feel for you, man.
Yeah.
Like I feel I'm closer with my parents. They hate what I do,
Yeah.
which is weird. But
My mom didn't support me either. My dad did. My mom didn't. But now, moral story, I'll circle back. Now I'm close with them. They take care of my kid every day, 5 hours a day. They feed the baby. So very
yeah.
grateful for them. Yeah.
yeah. So I feel I'm closer with my parents now. They still
Yeah.
don't get this, but it's fine.
You live at home?
So I actually am finishing up my last semester at college.
Okay,
So I'm freshman. So I
Okay.
told my parents I'd go for a year,
Yeah.
and I'm riding out the year.
Where do you go?
I go to WestCon.
Okay. Where's
So
that?
Danbury.
WestCon. You live in Danbury?
Do.
That's crazy
Yeah.
for you. How do you like WestCon? I knew a kid who went there.
Dude, it fucking sucks.
That's fair.
I went for baseball, and I was like, well, stop caring about baseball. And then I quit because of this.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I look at the deals I have in escrow. I look at the numbers. I'm like, I'll make this month. and you make this in a year, and when I make this month, there's going to be more than what you make in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I listening to you?
Oh, of course, dude. We both. I encourage Marcos dropping out of school. I remember the day we were at Panera Bread. We used to go on Panera dates years ago.
Yeah, how cute.
And I know, right? I remember Marcos was considering it, and I was like, dude, I did it. You should do it. And mind you, like, this was when I was still broke. That's how long, dude. You said like 2 years, like in less fun. I was like, bro, it's been like we might have known each other since I was 21.
How old was Marcos then?
You were 18.
I don't remember.
Or yeah, I was 21 or 22. But that was before I was like really in with Luke, so I wasn't making any money. I was still delivering food full time. So then I used to deliver food for DoorDash and Uber Eats full time. That's why I paid rent.
Really?
Yeah, she always supported me. She paid all our bills because I was fucking broke, and I was like, yo, trust me, I'm gonna buy a 3-family and I'm gonna make so much money on it. And like she supported me. She's like, yeah, you go do that. Now she's stay-at-home mom. So who won, right? Right? No, it's not bad. I'll take it.
That's such a good feeling where you're like, bitch, make me a sandwich when I come home, but you don't got to work.
Exactly. Right.
She doesn't work, right?
No, she doesn't work. She has like an online store.
Yeah, of course. All the women love
right.
like, bitch, make me a sandwich.
Yeah. I will never call her a bitch. I will get slapped heavily. I will get slapped so hard.
Bitch,
I'll get
bring me
slapped.
some paper towels.
It sounds so great.
You guys,
I'm like, yeah.
I know we were talking about controversial topics before.
Yeah.
Honest opinions about Andrew Tate.
I fucking love Andrew Tate.
I do too.
Yeah.
You like him?
What do you think?
Oh, Marcos is. I call him Andrew Tate. Marcos is a huge fucking fan, bro.
Bro,
I love. He
cancel him.
He changed
put him
my
in
life.
jail.
Yeah.
He changed my life, dude.
Really?
He changed my life.
His philosophies, bro.
He changed my life.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of a shitbag right now for doing all this crypto like pumping dumps that he's doing.
Oh, fuck it. I think he's going broke, but if he's going to make his money the way he's making money, well, I've heard of some of the shit he's doing with the crypto market and stuff.
He wouldn't do it if he wasn't in dire need of money.
That's what I'm saying, right? So something must happen. I don't know if all his arrests in Romania fucking bankrupted him, but
Well, they took everything.
yeah,
They took everything and they haven't given it back. That's what I've read.
I'd pump and dump a coin
Right.
too.
That's
fuck
what
it.
I've read.
I wouldn't
But
do
like,
that.
but
But he made a lot of
the
money.
real
Yeah.
world itself has like how many
Yeah,
tens of thousands of people?
I think
Yeah.
again, everyone dicks on Andrew Tate for being like this misogynist. Like, you're just a pussy. Like, if
Yeah.
that shit gets to you. It's
On
like,
top of that, a lot of it shit, he admits that a lot of the shit he says, he's actually like a very like down to earth dude. A lot of shit he says is just for fucking like people that hate him and
100%.
clicks. Yeah, and
bitch,
views.
get me some paper towels. Like
Yeah,
that.
and it's all for views. It's all
Dude,
for views.
he changed my life.
Yeah. How so?
His mind, like the mindset shit.
Mm.
That changed my life.
You know what gets me? There's one clip that he says that he has. I saw a while ago. He was like, all you had to do was work these last
Dude.
5 years.
That's
and
no,
you could
dude,
have
that,
been.
dude, that my head twitch is going, but my fucking that lives in my head.
It lives rent free
in my head.
Yeah.
Where it's like all I had to do, and that stuck with me when I spent 5-6 months, 7 without really making any money doing this. And my parents were on me. It's like, you're not making any money. They like weren't on me bad, but it's like my mom was giving me a hard time. Like I remember I'm like, Mom, I have 3 deals with Nick. Like when they all close, I'll probably make like 15 grand. She's like, well, if you want to make 15 grand the rest of your life, I'm like, you work at a fucking bank. So it's like,
yeah.
So it's like, again, I love you, Mom. I know my mom's gonna watch this. I love you, and I love my dad too. I love you, Dad.
Yeah.
I love my parents. You can't say that to me. Like, it pissed me the fuck.
Yeah.
And she knew it pissed me off too.
Yeah.
And this is when I spent a couple months not making any, like, no deals
Yeah.
or closing, all that stuff. And I was like a little bit of a different conversation because I'm like, look, like, yeah, none of these big deals have closed so far, but like, I got like 11 in escrow that are all like 40 grand.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I referenced you today. So we're bringing on a new kid, he's just going to be a sales guy for us because I was setting very clear expectations. And I was like, hey, listen, it's commission only. This is what I want. You're going to do these things that I tell you to do like day by day. And it's going to produce this result. Guaranteed. Here's my track record. Here's what I've done. But
okay.
I was like, but there is no guarantee that you will succeed. It's all based on your work ethic. And I reference you because I was like, there's a kid. I was like, if you want some motivation, here's an 18-year-old kid who's making. I inflated. I was like, he's made over 150 grand this month.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, sure.
yeah. And I
made $0 this month. I have a small deal that's a carryover with Nick, and I have 2 big deals that to close at the end
Well,
of the month.
I'll
make like 75, 80.
Yeah, I was trying to hype him up. You know what I mean?
Sure,
I was like, this is kid.
I love it.
Like, yeah, right? I got it. So I was like, this is kid. He's 18 years old. He's killing it. And I was like, his first 6 months, he didn't make a dime. I love saying that.
Because if you want to be real,
yeah.
I first started looking into it, and I spent way too much time like analysis paralysis, looking over everything. I first started looking into it in like October of 23.
Yeah.
And I never started making calls until like June of 24.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent until June of 24 until Jan of 25.
That's a long time.
I didn't make it. I made my first dime from real estate this year.
Yeah.
So
happens.
It's like
it's a grind, man. It's a
going
process.
well.
Everything's a process. You know what I mean? And I told him that. So I was like, these are the expectations. But I'm like giving him access to like our warm leads and shit too. I'm gonna like train him, have him come on appointments with me, and like see how I like flow, because I want him to like do acquisitions while we fucking focus.
That's smart.
On growth.
So you're right, because I have a couple kids working under me, 16, 17, 18, 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having a hard time. Like, my whole time doing this, it's been all cold reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a way to grow a business?
No, that's why we're putting the sales guy in place, because we need to step back and like continue to build the business. You know what I mean? Like, sales is great, everything's great, but like we need to be there for like the fundamentals to like scale. Yeah. So that's why I want the sales kit, so I can focus on.
See, I'm like, it's crazy how much, like, as an 18-year-old kid, how much I got going on. Yeah. I got to manage this deal and this deal and this deal. And like thinking about it, it's like, it's crazy because I'm managing people.
Yeah. And you're managing kids.
I'm managing, literally, it's like, it's adult babysitting. And I love my team. Yeah. I love them to death. So I put a lot of effort into them. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm not afraid to cut them, but again, I have a hard time where they're bitching about the leads, and I do cold leads, and I've done the cold reach out my whole time, and I've still done like 20 contracts. Yeah. So it's like, you can do deals cold. Is it better to do it warm? Yes, but I want to train you on cold as well, just so you can. I want to teach them to slog, because these kids they want to be entrepreneurs too. I think just for the sake of it, and I will start doing warm leads, right? But I want them to at least do a couple deals cold. Yeah. And dude, I have the money for them. I fucking do cold too. Yeah. Like I building a few like warm marketing channels, but like, dude, I locked up 4 deals this week.
Yeah. All cold?
Every single one.
Oh, beautiful.
Every single one was cold. Yeah. That's like, I think it was like 250 gross. Yeah. Maybe 220 gross. Like, all cold.
Not bad. Like, we only got fucking 1 deal not 2 deals this week. One.
Well, what do you call this week?
Monday to Friday.
Oh shit! No, I've locked up 2.
Yeah, I've locked up 2. One in Bridgeport.
I locked up 2.
Which is gonna be a whore, and then the one in Danbury.
Where in Danbury?
Allen Ave, 21 Allen Ave.
Okay.
It was an inherited house.
Pre-foreclosure?
No, it was just inherited. He just didn't want it anymore.
I do so many pre-foreclosures, man.
Yeah.
What Google ad?
No, he was Coco from our Coco team.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. Our Google's been down for like 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I will. So listen.
We still get occasional trickles though.
We're bringing them back.
We're getting trickles of it. Yeah.
With
our little spend.
Because we show up for search now, but we're like revamping. We have like a whole new campaign.
My motto is like, if I'm doing a marketing channel, I want 6 months of marketing spend to pour into it. Yeah. So if I don't have however much I'd pour into it a month. Yeah. It's easy numbers. Call it 10 grand. Yeah. If I pour 10 grand a month, I want to have 60 grand liquid that I devote separate. Yeah. Into that marketing channel. If not, I'll make a killing back because I make
so much money. That's what
I trust you. I trust you guys too.
I know we do good with the Google ads, because there was literally a Google ad that came in on a Saturday morning, and I'm still fucking working on signing this fucking lady. Oh my god, pain in my ass. I'm gonna get the deal. She's committed to us, but she's just, when you're gonna get it, but they're just like, oh my god, this
dude. Oh my god, I had this one guy today, and it's like I think I crossed the line with this dude in Bridgeport I should sign, where it's like I gave him off for like 247. Yeah. And he's looking for 260. Yeah. And he's like holding this, like, he's like, I got this Mexican guy from New York. I think I'm going to talk to him. I'm like, listen, where do I have to be at to sign you today?
I do that too.
Like, is that a good question to ask technical sales wise? Probably not.
No, but yeah.
Dude, listen, let me put on where the fuck do I have to be to sign you today? Yeah. He's like 260. So if I can go back and get 260 to work, you'll sign today. So it's getting late. I don't want to do it. So I'm like, okay. So is it a money thing? Is it a time thing? Do you want to talk to other people? Because I don't say this, but it's always three
It's one of the three.
person, price, process.
Yeah.
One of the three. It's usually the price or the person. Process, everyone's the same.
Yeah.
So most part. And so he was like, no, it's just late. Let's talk tomorrow morning. And he's like hyping me up. And I can tell what he's doing. Like, listen, I'll fight for you. So he wants his attorney to read over the agreement. I'll send him over a blank agreement. I'm not getting my offer shopped around. We'll go over the offer tomorrow. I'm still debating in my head. Do I come up to that number? Do I stay at the number I want and like call his bluff? Because we're so close. It's also about trust.
Yeah.
Who does he trust to get the job done? He trusts me. Why am I negotiating against myself? He could be making this person up. He's just trying to get me up.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think I stand firm.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what are your thoughts here? What do I do? Because he's looking for 260. I'm at 247, right? I still make decent money at 260. Not great, but it's like probably a decent deal.
What I would do.
What would I do? What should I do?
What I've done in the past is I'm like, listen, man, I'm sticking my neck out for you, but my underwriters are on my ass. And I'll say like, they're on my ass or give me a lot of shit. I'll say it just like that. Be like, I know you said you want 260. Is there any way on this beautiful day, this beautiful Friday, you can meet me at 255? I promise I'll get this deal done for you on your time frame. He'll say yes.
Yeah, but he's not signing tomorrow. He wants his attorney to look over it.
That's right. Send the attorney, like you said, the blank agreement. But if I can get this done for you at 255,
dude, this like it's a pre-foreclosures will literally.
Yeah,
you've been lied to before,
of course.
By
But like
right people,
exactly. But he just wants he just wants a little bit. Maybe that fucking extra couple grand is gonna help him do X, Y, and Z.
They look. I like that a lot. Listen, I'm sticking my neck out for you. They're on my ass.
They're giving me shit. Yeah,
they're giving me a lot of shit. They said they're comfortable. I know you're looking for that 260 number. They came up to 254 and change. 254, 361, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Be like, is there any way just so you can make my life easier that you could do 254 for me? And I promise I'll be able to get the deal done. I'll go back to pitch. There won't be any more questions. Say it like that. Be like, don't say like, oh, they gave me. Be like, is there any way you can do this for me? Because if they're like, you're like, oh, I'm doing it for you. Like, I want to help this kid out. Sound desperate. Like, sound like you need the clothes. You know what I mean? Like, sound like you're fucking like, oh, they're on me. Like, sound flustered. Dude. If you like make yourself like you get into that fucking role.
He keeps calling me a good salesman, which I hate.
I hate that. Oh, I'm with you.
I'm good though.
Yeah, no, you're nasty. You know what I mean? Like you're still nasty. But I would just put that fucking extra.
I think actually, if you get called a good salesman, you're doing your job wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, because then it sounds like you're selling them, and that's why I hate it. Because I'm like, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm trying to help you. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, selling you do something for people or two people. They do for people.
That's what I'm saying. And
That's what you got. Jeremy Miner says. Shout out Jeremy Miner, good dude.
Did you get his book? I have his book, The Black Book of Objection Handling.
I didn't. I can barely read. I literally didn't read a single book in high school.
That's fair. There's on that book. There's only 2 pages that I like read, and it was because like it's just different objections for different industries, and I only read the 2 real estate pages. So, but it's so cool. But
if you couldn't send me a picture of that,
yeah, I got you, 100%. Just remind me. But I will.
I'll try.
But no, yeah, right. But
I'll listen to this whole thing over again because it's like these are cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Be like, listen, is there any way you do 254 for me? I promise I'll get this thing done. We can just solidify. I'll send you your terms of the agreement ASAP. And if you just sound like desperate, I fucking guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times, bro, it'll. Sometimes you get a hard ass, but like I've dealt with like
a hard ass.
Yeah,
I'll squeeze the extra $5,000.
Squeeze the extra 5, bro. Because you can,
I'm also like it is probate. I'm covering probate. Like,
and tell him that. Be like,
I know. Like, listen. I know you're looking for 260. Sticking my neck out for you. Like, listen.
Yeah.
The unders are on my ass. They're giving me shit. They want to get this deal done. Just get it done at 254. Like,
do it for me.
Send it over to your dead son for me, man. I'll send it over to your attorney. Get it done.
Perfect. Just like that. Yeah, dude. It's just the fucking. Like what I do, I like literally make myself seem frazzled. Do
you talk quick?
No. If I actually, our coach, that was one of the first things he ever taught me is like slowing down my speech. Because I talk fast now, but like when I'm like dealing with a seller, I slow down my tonality a lot. I'm a lot more
even on the close,
huh?
On the close,
even on the close. So I get excited when I know I'm going to close because it's fun. You know what I mean?
No, I think it is too, and I got to slow down more. But yeah, I heard Tommy close this guy in Danbury, and so this is like education's the best, and Tommy's probably the best salesman I know.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Education and the best investment you can make into yourself is your skill set.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Tommy, I'm like, look, this deal in Danbury, I could probably close it. I want to watch how you do it because it's a harder close. I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
I trust myself. Dude, I know you got the time tomorrow at this time. He's willing to talk at this time. Should close this guy in 30 minutes. Let me watch you do it. I'm going to take a bunch of fucking notes. I don't care if I don't get paid on this deal. I just want to learn from you.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, because you said that more, like, makes me want to make sure that, dude, I'm not here to, even like, though I'll close the deal,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to take your money.
Yeah.
Right. So, good dude. Like, I'll still make the same money I'd make, which is cool. Like, I didn't really care about that. I was like dead ass, like, dude, I'll make nothing on it.
Yeah.
You close this thing. I just want to learn.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch this guy live action so I can record the shit and fucking take notes.
How do you do?
Exactly.
Yeah. How do you do?
Great. Oh, killed it.
Good,
He talks very quick though.
Really?
Different style. Like, I usually talk slow.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was talking to this Bridgeport guy today, I was studying this call. I just naturally was actually talking quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt I was just like selling myself too much.
Yeah.
I felt just sound like a salesman. I never get the salesman like, oh, you sound like a salesman. So I don't know. Like,
So what I would say is, so I like that. So you can't talk fast, right? What I've noticed is the best way is when somebody answers hello, and you can tell by their voice. Are they old? Are they young? Are they male? Are they female? Like, do they sound angry? Do they sound inviting? That's how, like, I can base a tonality off of that. Oh, so if I hear this, just for example,
old woman, slow, and like,
yeah, exactly. So example, there's a lady. Ask Marcos. We were in this house in Bethany, and he came with me because we were I think we weren't gonna buy it, but like we might have had to buy it. Remember that was the 3-day close. The lady in Bethany, you said you want to do the project because it was easy. Met her and her mom. You literally came with me. Leslie and Dan were gonna buy it.
I don't remember.
How do you not remember? You came with me.
We go on
That's
how
true.
many trips?
Okay, now we do trips. Anyways, so there was a lady there, and originally when she called, she was standoffish. She called me through one of our Google ads. She was still standoffish. She felt to come again, which her basically more stories. I mean, yeah, the story. Her house. We'll wrap up in a second. But like her house was gonna.
You don't need to wrap it all. I'll be here all day.
Oh no, for my own mental health, my bedtime. But no. So basically, she was under contract, and the person was gonna default. She thought she was gonna default. She's like, I need to close by Friday. It was Monday. I was okay. No sweat. I knew for the price. Dan and Liz would have bought it they would pay us $20,000. So it was cool. No worries. They would have closed by Friday. Cool. Cash. So I was okay. Cool. So
cash.
Yeah, cash. Like yeah. Dan's loaded. Like, but anyways, as soon as we walked in, like I can tell based on her energy exactly where I needed to be energy wise. Yeah. And so, for example, Marcos heard like afterwards. I remember you were gassing me up, and I was like, I know I'm him. So, anyways, but like more like what I did, I was like I just conformed to her immediately. So like I remember we were in the basement. And I was trying to get her down a price a little bit. And she was like, I really need to be at 190. And I was like, come on, Diane, can you squeeze 180? And I said, just like that. And she looked at me and she put her hand on my shoulder. And I was like, come on, 180. She's like, will you sign at 180? And I was like, 180. I was like, deal. Perfect. So we got it done. But it's like the be able to.
You said you always sign out.
I said just like that. I was like, can you do it? Because it makes me seem like a person. You know what I mean? Because if that's the type of person she wants me to be. That's the type of person that she wants, like, that she's comfortable with.
With like the old, like this guy is like, for example, this guy that Tommy closed yesterday was like an alpha male.
Yeah.
Like,
alpha
male.
Yeah.
Like
but those guys I try and let them be right. I try and look like the scrub to them. Like I'm just a lowly sales guy trying to do my job.
I don't know. Tommy tried to fucking big dog him too. No. Just relate with him.
Yeah.
They not big dog him. Sorry, but Tommy's like an alpha. Tommy and like this guy. This guy's a contractor.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like when you're selling as a contractor, like,
it's tough for sellers. They know everything.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it needs this. This is what it needs. Like XYZ. They aren't dumb.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like you want a seller to be dumb, but yeah, that's they're very keen. They don't sign on the phone. Like this guy would not sign on the phone. Tommy like went like, listen, what do I need to get this done at today? He goes, listen. You sign this today at 390, we get it done. If not, 375 going forward. I don't know like but he signed it off the phone.
Smart.
Off the phone.
Smart. I got
off the like he was not sign. He would not sign on the phone. I was like, why? What changes, man?
Some people genuinely read it line by line and they won't do no comfortable.
Dude, I will go over it line by line.
And they feel there's like a feeling of pressure. It's that little bit because you're waiting for them on the phone. Some people
I send them disclosure. Do you do Novation? You do a disclosure form too?
So I'll do disclosures if I need to. So I'll do disclosures if the buyers ask. If not, I try to not do them. I try to take the extra 20 minutes, like the extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes to fill it out with the seller.
I always do disclosures.
If I need to, I mean, we do. If it's like a nice listing, like the deal in Shelton we're doing, it's a nice.
So what's your agreement? Do you do a limited POA or do you do a consent form?
Wait, say that again.
Do you do a limited POA or a consent form?
What do you mean?
Or the third for innovation, do you do a consent form on the agreement or like people do like a limited POA or like a third party authorization or some shit like that?
For what?
Innovation.
What do you mean?
Like to have the right to list it.
Oh, I just put it right in the contract.
Did you make your contract?
Joe did.
Who?
Joe did.
Joe Maz?
Yeah.
I'll bet you we probably have the same contract. Is it 4 pages?
Yeah.
Is it the back page like a little consent form?
No.
It's the back page.
So it's his signatures. So basically, Joe made the contract, but years ago. So what I did is I took a standard contract and I took a free, like the contract that I had that we used was from the innovations with Luke, and I just merged them into one contract. And I just edited stuff out as I needed to go. Basically, the access to the property and the due diligence period clause in there allows us the right to exercise the MLS. There's like a sentence in there. And there's no consent form. Because it makes it look scarier. Usually, when there's more forms to sign.
How do you pitch innovation? Like,
I'm just like, yo, we got this really great thing. So basically, I price anchor with like a fucking
same thing.
Disrespectful cash offer. This like
disrespectful as fuck.
My underwriters, this company's fucking pissing me off. I own the company. It's pissing me off. You know what I mean? Like my underwriters, Marco is being a pain in my ass. He's not coming back with the number I want. It's not good, right? So I was like, we got this really cool thing. It's called the Equity Protection Program. I pitched him innovation, and he was like, he pissed me off so much. He's like, I don't care about your program. You make me offer, or we don't do deal. And I was like, can I like talk? He's like, you're not talking. He's like, you make me offer. And I was like, I'm trying to talk to you and make you the fucking offer. Fucking Jackie Chan.
I'm explaining you.
Yeah, but like,
I'm explaining to keep that in. Who cares? So anyways. So do you pitch it as like do you always say we market it on the MLS?
No. So what I do is I season it in there, right? It's like you're peppering it. So I'm like, hey, I got this really cool thing called the Equity Protection Program. I just closed this guy yesterday with it. The same delivery that I'm giving you now. I'm like, hey, listen, I have a boatload of retail buyers in my circle that I'm going to pitch this to. I'm going to put it out there. If I hypothetically can't get anyone interested, my in-house agent, Vic Santana, he's going to use the MLS. We're going to put it out there, have their agent show it. No one who goes into your house is going to be without an agent or myself. And I don't fucking go there. You know what I mean? I'm never going back there. Once I see it, put a lockbox on. Yeah.
So we pitch it like a different way.
Really? How do you pitch it?
So sometimes we don't bring up the MLS immediately. Sometimes I do. Tommy doesn't like bringing up the MLS.
Yeah.
Unless we have to. I do, just like be transparent. I'm similar with you.
Mm-hmm.
So we pitch it as like, again, anchor low cash.
Yeah.
However, we got this cool program called the Retail Buyers Program that it's very resource and labor intensive, but they did get an offer approval. And I think it might make a little bit more sense. And this is kind of how it works.
Yeah,
and
smart.
essentially, we have a circle and a network of retail buyers that we market this property out to. And these are buyers who really can't get approved for traditional financing, either off of credit or they rate everything off, or just based off their job, they can't get approved. And they'll actually go in there, and we have a lending institution, Northeast Capital, and we'll go in there and finance them, which is bullshit. But we'll go in there and finance them a mortgage. We'll go in there ourselves and finance them a mortgage, right? And allow them to actually live in there. And let's say if the property needs some work, they'll actually live in there and do the work themselves so they can get it up to the shape they want up to their liking. And they're willing to pay more, because if I'm buying a house cash, or I'm doing all the work, we're doing all the work, or we're subbing it out to contractors.
Yeah.
Just at that low number we were talking about, these people are willing to do it over time. And that's where you get the higher number. Essentially.
That's smart.
But in the event that one of our retail buyers doesn't want it for whatever reason, we do have the option, just so we can actually close on the property and perform, that we bring in a buyer from the MLS.
Smart. Yeah. That's smart. What happens if have you ever had financing fall through? on innovation?
No.
I was saying, what happens if their financing falls through? Like, yeah, what do you say to your seller?
I've never had. So what, like the Northeast, like Northeast Capital is a real company.
Oh,
It ain't a fucking lending institution.
okay.
It ain't.
Okay. No, I was curious. I was wondering.
That's so bullshit, but it
Yeah.
makes it sound legit where it's like, again, these are retail buyers that are willing to pay, and do the work themselves. Where us, Northeast Capital, as a lending institution,
Yeah.
or I say Tommy's company is Northeast Capital. We have a partner company, Northeast Capital. They're a lending institution.
Yeah.
Right? They will give a mortgage to these guys to allow them to actually live there,
Yeah.
and they'll actually do the work themselves.
Yeah.
So instead of us doing all the work, making profit on them, again, this affects nothing with your number. We make our profit on the back end from them,
Yeah.
essentially.
Interesting. And how do you have them when they see the fucking when they have to get offer come in? Do they see your profit? So what do they say if you say you're making on the back end?
Well, that doesn't affect the price we agreed upon, correct?
Of course not.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
double close the big ones.
Yeah. Smart.
So
Smart man. Smart man. Interesting. I like that. I like that. I like that approach.
yeah.
I might
it's
try
good.
that.
I like it. I think it's good. I like
Yeah.
it a lot.
It's smooth. It's smooth. Yeah. I'm just like I just tell them like, listen, we're gonna access the MLS, all that kind of type of jazz.
No,
And that's
I
like-
see. It kind of scares them a little bit, but in the event, it's like, listen, we'll bring a retail buyer in there, right? We have a lending institution that for these retail buyers, right, they can't get approved for traditional financing because
Yeah.
of X, Y, Z. Right? I list out the reasons. You know,
Yeah.
they ran everything off. They don't report to the IRS. They do
Yeah.
under the rug work. Not great enough credit.
Yeah.
We'll give them a loan, and again, this affects nothing on your side. Northeast Capital, our partner company, will actually give them a mortgage on their house, and they'll actually live there and do the work themselves.
Yeah.
And this is if a property needs work. If it doesn't need work, I won't say like do the work themselves.
Yeah.
So we just have retail buyers in our network that, probably would take a look at this thing
Yeah.
and are probably interested. And in the event that we don't get one of them dude, you don't got retail buyers in your fucking network.
Of course not.
There do I.